An Activist Topic Guide. Chapter 1. Some Activist Ideas 1. The Public Interest Info. The public interest is to do what is in the best interests of society, to do the public good. It is a branch of law, public interest law, and a part of the general activism movement. bpichicago.org, business and professional people for the public interest dedicated to equal justice and to enhancing the quality and equity of life for all people living in the Chicago region. calpirgstudents.org, California Public Interest Research Group. cippic.ca, Canadian Internet Policy and Public Interest Clinic. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/fund_for_the_public_interest, the Fund for the Public Interest, a 501(c)(4) non-profit organization. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/public_interest. napiel.org, National Association for Public Interest Law. opirg-carleton.org, Public Interest Group. pewcenterontthestates.org, the Pew Center on the States works to advance state policies that serve the public interest. piac.ca, Public Interest Advocacy Center. pieila.com, Public Interest Investigations. Los Angeles provides legal investigation and training in the areas of employment law, discrimination, and sex harassment, personal injury. pili.org, Public Interest Law Institute supporting human rights principles and public interest law. pirg.org, Public Interest Research Group speaks up for the public interest against the special interest, on issues in the news and below the surface. public-intergrity.org, the American Center for Democracy. publicinterest.ac.uk, Public Interest Research Network. publicinterest.blogspot.com. publicinterest.ca, Public Interest works with public, not-for-profit, and labor organizations to support social change, improve the environment, facilitate community development. public-interest.co.uk. publicinterest.tv. publicinterestcrossing.com, Public Interest Jobs, Social Services Jobs, Social Work Jobs. publicinterestlawyers.co.uk, public law firm specializing in domestic and international human rights and environmental and planning law.u.s. Public Interest Research Group 218D St. S.E. Washington, DC 20003202-546-9707 usbirg@birg.org. birg.org. The group is the National Lobbying Office for State Public Interest Research Groups, consumer/environmental advocacy groups active in 33 states that lobby and publish reports on issues, including credit bureau errors, bank fees and services, toy, ATV and product safety, toxic chemicals in art supplies and other consumer products, and recycling, overpackaging and green consumerism. USPIRG does not handle individual consumer complaints directly but measures complaint levels to gauge the need for remedial legislation. Free speech/freedom of speech/censorship/First Amendment. freespeech.org. arcticbeacon.com, The Last Frontier of Truth is an alternative news publication and radio broadcast founded on the principles of free speech. canadianfreespeech.com, the Canadian Association for Free Expression. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/freedom_of_speech. aclu.org/freespeech. epic.org/free_speech. freespeech.com, the Libertarian Platform. freespeechstore.com. freespeechweek.org. Chapter 2. Some Activist Ideas 2. 5G Cell Towers. The government has radio towers left over from an early warning infrastructure they had in place in the 1980s. They rent the lower parts to cell phone companies, but an allegation says that law enforcement uses the top part to track and record all cell phone usage illegally and covertly. Other people say they put mind control weapons on the tops of these cell towers to beam at both the general population and to somehow target individuals. They beam these waves at people to make them feel sick, tired, stressed out and off-center. Mind control techniques. Facial recognition technology is used on people walking down the street to find fugitives. Employers look up job applicants' social media presence online. People get their identities stolen and bank accounts wiped out. Drone aircraft are used for surveillance. Many drones fly silently then kill people who never knew what hit them. Technology must be subordinate to human beings and human life. We shouldn't be so automated that we can easily be controlled and enslaved. Without jobs, people lose a sense of purpose because they don't do for themselves. People become separate loners hooked on gadgets. People become enamored with fictional characters on TV. Living a virtual life away from the real world will destroy our definition of being a human being. In a near cashless society, the rulers can shut down your account whenever they want, so you're screwed. Secular atheist activist websites at infidels.org/activist. worldsoftharon.com. tabasH.com. Eddie Tabash. pathos.com/blog/secularoutpost, Atheists.org, American Atheists, atheist organization started by Madalyn Murray O'Hair. Today it fights for the complete separation of church and state, as well as for the rights of atheists in America. aclu.org/religion, American Civil Liberties Union. au.org, Americans United for Separation of Church and State. atheistalliance.org, Atheist Alliance, democratic association of various individual atheists and atheist organizations. defconamerica.org, DEFCON, campaign to defend the Constitution. ffrf.org, Freedom from Religion Foundation, FFRF defends the rights of non-theists in courtrooms, sponsors annual national conventions, and publishes the popular Free Thought Today newspaper. godlessamericans.org, Godless Americans Political Action Committee, endorses and supports U.S. political candidates that support secular values in government and the rights of godless Americans. Interfaithalliance.org, Interfaith Alliance. Interfaith Alliance is an alliance of leaders of various religions, worldviews, and beliefs that includes Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, agnostics, atheists, and so on. It works to promote religious freedom for everyone regardless of religious beliefs, as well as civic participation and civility. PFAW.org, People for the American Way, PFAW, a progressive group that supports secular values in government, is a political action committee working to battle groups like the Christian Coalition. Click the Religious Freedom link for action alerts and information. Secular.org, Secular Coalition for America, a coalition of non-theistic organizations which lobbies Congress to protect the rights of free-thinking Americans. Secular.org/states/chapters, state chapters. Theocracywatch.org, Theocracy Watch. Theocracy Watch includes a great deal of useful information on the history and operations of the religious right in America. ft-society.org/menu/anti-discrimination-support-and-narrative-form, Anti-Discrimination Support Network, ADSN, Project, the Free Thought Society of Greater Philadelphia. centerforinquiry.net/on-campus, Center for Inquiry. centerforinquiry.net, Center for Inquiry. secularstudents.org, Secular Student Alliance, SSA provides resources for secular high school and college student organizations, including leadership training, guest speakers, literature, etc. the-brights.net, The Brights, a movement endorsed by several prominent non-theists to adopt a new term, Brights, with an accompanying philosophy to describe secularists, freethinkers, atheists, naturalists, etc., with the intent of putting forth a positive and less stigmatized perception of non-believers. AmericanHumanist.org, American Humanist Association, AHA aims to promote humanism in the United States by working with or establishing like-minded organizations. AHA issues political action alerts. SecularHumanism.org, Council for Secular Humanism, CSH is a large organization that offers support for secular humanists through activities such as magazine publishing, conducting secular ceremonies, weddings, funerals, etc., educational courses, and summer camps for children that teach critical thinking skills and secular ethical values. HumanistStudies.org, Institute for Humanist Studies, IHS is a think tank that offers news, opinions, information, and humor relating to humanism. It works to spread public awareness and acceptance of humanist principles. Boy Scouts of America: discrimination against atheists and homosexuals. ScoutingForAll.org, Scouting for All, composed primarily of former Boy Scouts. Scouting for All works to influence the Boy Scouts of America to include all participating youth members and leaders regardless of religious beliefs or sexual orientation. RestoreThePledge.com, Restore the Pledge, Michael Newdow's official website documenting his quest to remove the phrase "under God" from the state-sanctioned Pledge of Allegiance. Atheists.meetup.com, Atheists Meetup, a social networking site designed to assist local atheists joining together for dinner, conversation, activism, and camaraderie. Churchandstate.meetup.com, Separation of Church and State Meetup. Garrison-martineau.com, The Garrison Martineau Project. The Garrison Martineau Project facilitates the interaction of theists and non-theists to meet and discuss commonalities and differences in a friendly and cordial environment. Secular.org, Secular Coalition for America. Facebook.com/secularweb, secularweb on Facebook. Social justice websites at religioustolerance.org/int_rel14.hdm. The Brandt Equation, New Global Economy. BRANDT21FORUM.info. The Christian Alliance for Progress. ChristianaAlliance.org. Corrections Canada. Essays on Restorative Justice. csc-scc.gc.ca. Crosspoint Anti-Racism. Magenta.nl. The Decade to Overcome Violence. World Council of Churches. wcc-coe.org. Do No Harm. donoharm.us. The Fellowship of Reconciliation, FOR. forusa.org. Good Tree. People Who Care. Goodtree.com. The Israeli Information Center for Human Rights in the Occupied Territories. btselem.org. Jesustians, the Tommy Douglas Movement on Spirituality and Social Justice. Jesustians.com. Moxam Watch. Jewish Women. Civil Rights of Palestinians. moxomwatch.org. Millennium Development Goals. FAITHCHALLENGEG8.com. Online Women in Politics. OnlineWomenInPolitics.org. Prison Legal News. PrisonLegalNews.org. Thomas Paine's Corner. CivilLibertarian.blogspot.com. The Romero Society. Find non-radical solutions. RomeroSociety.org. Jewish Magazine. Repair the World. SocialAction.com. SOS Children. Help Orphans. SOSChildren.org. Compassion in Jesus' Name. Children in Need. CompassionUK.org. Truth and Justice. Free Wrongly Convicted Persons. TruthAndJustice.org. The Center for Global Ethics. cgep.gc.cuny.edu. The Institute for Business and Professional Ethics. DePaul.edu. Ministry Watch. Non-Transparent Ministries. MinistryWatch.com. The Parliament of the World's Religions. Declaration. Toward a Global Ethic. WellThos.org. The Reproductive Cloning Network. ReproductiveCloning.net. The Truth Tree. Free Speech and Free Thought. TruthTree.com. Tibet is not on globes made in China. mysticplanet.com/tibet.hdm, Tibet. atc.org.au, Australia Tibet Council. C100tibet.org/home.html, Committee of 100 for Tibet. grannyg.bc.ca/Tibet/fly-a-flag. freetibet.org. Tibet.net, Government of Tibet in Exile. Chapter 3. A Religious Freedom Activist Website Guide from the Dead web page web.archive.org/web/2016075340/http://pluralism.org/selected links. Freedom of Religion websites at religioustolerance.org/int_rel6.hdm. Amnesty International. Amnesty.org. The Baptist Joint Committee for Religious Freedom, BJC. BJConline.org. The Center for Religious Freedom. freedomhouse.org. The European Human Rights Center. aircweb.org. The First Amendment Center. Vanderbilt University. FAC.org. The First Freedom Center. firstfreedom.org. FORUM18 in Oslo, Norway. Article 18 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. FORUM18.org. Human Rights Watch. HRW.org. The Institute for First Amendment Studies. Periodical Freedom Writer. NAWPFLCH.org/index/studies.html. The Institute on Religion and Public Policy. religionandpolicy.org. International Coalition for Religious Freedom. religiousfreedom.com. Keston Institute. Religious Affairs in Communist and Ex-Communist Countries. Keston.org. Religious Freedom USA. religiousfreedomusa.org. Religious Freedom Watch. religiousfreedomwatch.org. Sex, un autre regard, cults, another look. sectes-infos.net. UNESCO Management of Social Transformations Program. MOST. unesco.org/most/rr1.hdm. U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom. uscirf.gov. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU. aclu.org. The Beckett Fund for Religious Liberty. beckettfund.org. Religious activist websites. secularhumanism.org. Secular Coalition for America. secular.org. American Buddhist Congress. urbandharma.org/ratana/ratana1/abc.html. Buddhist Peace Fellowship. bpf.org. American Hindu Anti-Defamation Coalition. hindunet.org/anti_defamation. American Hindu Association. AmericanHindu.net. Hindu American Foundation. HinduAmericanFoundation.org. Hindu America Seva. HinduAmericanSeva.org. Interfaith. The Interfaith Alliance. Interfaithalliance.org. Interfaith Peace Initiatives. Pluralism.org/research/profiles/display.php ? Profile =74421. The American Jewish Committee. AJC.org. The American Jewish Congress. AJCongress.org. Anti-Defamation League. ADL.org. B'nai B'rith International. BNAIBrith.org. Engaging America. EngagingAmerica.org/AJC/index.asp. National Council of Jewish Women. NCJW.org. American Muslim Task Force. AmericanMuslimVoter.net. Council on American Islamic Relations. CAIR.com. Minaret. Scholars Exchange Program. Minaret.org. Muslim American Society. MuslimAmericanSociety.org/main. Muslim Public Affairs Council. MPAC.org. American Indian. AirPi.org. Indian Country Today. IndianCountry.com/?cat=front. Minnesota Indian Affairs Council. IndianaAffairs.state.mn.us. Native American Rights Fund. NARF.org. Alternative Religions Education Network. Aaron.org. Lady Liberty League. Pagans. CircleSanctuary.org/liberty. Our Freedom Pagan Civil Rights Coalition. OurFreedomCoalition.org. Pagan Legal Rights. tilwythtag.com/legal.html. The Witch's Voice. Witchvox.com. Seek. Saldef.org. Seek Coalition. SeekCoalition.org. Seek Women. SeekWomen.com. United Sikhs. UnitedSikhs.org. The Unitarian Universalist Association. UUA.org/justice/index.shtml. ACLU's Religious Liberty page. aclu.org/religiousliberty/religiouslibertymain.cfm. Americans United for the Separation of Church. AU.org. Civil Rights Religious Freedom. civilrights.org/religion. Freedom Forum. freedomforum.org. International Association for Religious Freedom. IARF.net. Liberty Magazine. libertymagazine.org. The National Conference for Community and Justice. nccj.org. Not in Our Town. pbs.org/niot. People for the American Way. pfaw.org/issues/about-us. religioustolerance.org. South Asian American Leaders of Tomorrow. SALT.org. Education School Activist Websites. Buddhist Education Foundation. buddhadu.org/en. hindueducation.org. Coalition for the Advancement of Jewish Education. newcaje.org. The Melton Research Center for Jewish Education. jtsa.edu/davidson/melton. Partnership for Excellence in Jewish Education. pje.org. Council on Islamic Education. cie.org. Sikh Council on Religion and Education. sikhkuncilusa.org. freedomforum.org. diversityweb.org. Religious Liberty in Public Schools. fac.org/rel_liberty/public/schools/faqs.aspx. Religious Studies in Secondary Schools. arsis.net. Southern Poverty Law Center. sblcenter.org. UCLA Asian American Studies Center. aasc.ukla.edu/default.asp. U.S. Department of Education. Religious Expression in Schools. ed.gov/policy/gen/guid/religionandschools/index.html. Healthcare activist websites. National Library of Medicine. American Indian Health.nlm.nih.gov. Association of American Indian Physicians. AIP.org. Interfaith Health Clinic. Knoxville, Tennessee. interfaithhealthclinic.org. Interfaith Health Program. The Carter Center. Emory University. ihpnet.org. Islamic Medical Association of North America. imana.org. Islamic Relief. islamic-relief.com. Muslim Health Network UK. muslimhealthnetwork.org. Native Web. Health and Elder Resources. nativeweb.org/resources/health_elder_resources. Religious Beliefs and Practices Affecting Health Care. healthsystem.virginia.edu/internet/chaplaincy/interfaith.cfm number sign booklet. Seek Women's Health. seekwomen.com/health. Volunteerism, in Taiwan and worldwide. us.zchi.org/us/en. Zen Hospice Project. San Francisco. zenhospice.org. Military activist websites. American Friends Service Committee. afsc.org. Defense Logistics Agency. Command Chaplain. dla.mil/chaplain/pages/default.aspx Military Association of Atheists and Freethinkers MAF.info Military Chaplains Association mca-usa.org Military Religious Freedom Foundation militaryreligiousfreedom.org Native Americans in the U.S. Army army.mil/cmh-pg/topics/nata-m/nata-m.hdm North American Iroquois Veterans Association U.S. Army Chaplain Center and School usakhcs.army.mil U.S. Institute of Peace usip.org U.S. Navy Chaplain Corps navy.mil/local/crb Prison activist websites 1. These websites have anything to do with prisons. Try number 365 at the library.incarcerationnation.com realcostofprisons.org witnesstorture.org/legalaclu.org/prisonaddamer.org Prisoners Support and Human Rights Association. johnhoward.ca middlegroundprisonreform.org prisonactivist.com prisonactivist.org pirisonanjail.org prisonbookprogram.org Prison activist websites 2. Aleph Institute aleph-institute.org Angulimala Buddhist Prison Chaplaincy Organisation UK angulimala.org.uk Buddhist Peace Fellowship buddhistpeacefellowship.org Jews in Prison jewsinprison.org Engaged Zen Foundation engaged-zen.org Inmate Religious Beliefs and Practices Technical Reference Manual nicc.org/library/017613 Justice Fellowship justicefellowship.org National Buddhist Prison Sangha New York mro.org/smr/nbps Nur Ashki Jarahi Order/Sufi Prison Project nurazhkijarahi.org Federation Prison Ministry UK paganfed.org/comsrv-pre.shtml Prison Dharma Network prisondharmanetwork.org Prison Legal News prisonlegalnews.org Prison Ministry Links freedomlink.org/prison.html The Prison Religion Project prisonreligion.org Religion Behind Bars web.archive.org/web/20001201212900 then fac.org/publicat/prison/table.htm Social Service Activist Websites Dharmanet, Engaged Buddhist Resources dharmanet.org/engaged.htm Interfaith Peace Initiatives pluralism.org/research/profiles/display.php ?profile =74421 American Jewish World Service ajws.org/index.cfm !section_id =15 Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society HEAS.org Jewish Coalition for Service WeRepair.org Jewish Council on Urban Affairs jqua.org/site/pageserver Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism rac.org/articles/index.cfm =ID=457 PGE_PRG_ID =7037 Islamic Social Services Association of Canada isaservices.com Muslim Public Service Network muslimpublicservice.org College activist websites Campus Crusade for Christ ccci.org Catholic Campus Ministry Association ccmane.org Cherry Hill Seminary Pagan cherryhillseminary.org Cornell United Religious Work curw.cornell.edu. Harvard College Interfaith Council, HCIC. nataliejacoby.com/hcic/index.php. National Native American Law Students Association. nationalenalsa.org. Secular Student Alliance. secularstudents.org. Seek. seekcoalition.org/stay-informed/seek-coalition-advisories/478. Western Sikh Students Association, UK. westernsessay.blogspot.com. Yale Religious Ministry. yale.edu/chaplain/yrm.html. Media Religious Activist Websites. American Diversity Report. americandiversityreport.com. Auburn Media Auburn Seminary. auburnseminary.org/religion-and-media. Baha'i World News Service. news.baha'i.org. Back to Godhead, the magazine of the Hare Krishna. krishna.com. Christian Century. christiancentury.org. Commonweal. commonwealmagazine.org. Crosscurrents. aral.org. Dharma. dharma.net. Hinduism. hinduismtoday.com. India Abroad. indiaabroad.com. Indian Country News. indiancountrynews.com. Indian Country Today Media Network. indiancountrytodaymedianetwork.com. Interfaith Voices, a public radio show promoting religious harmony. interfaithradio.org. Islamic Networks Group. ing.org. Jain Spirit. jainpedia.org/resources/e-library. The Jewish Advocate. thejewishadvocate.com. Journal of Buddhist Christian Studies. apress.hawaii.edu/t3-buddhist-christian-studies.aspx. Journal of Buddhist Ethics. blogs.dickinson.edu/buddhisethics. Journal of Southern Religion. jsr.fsu.edu. Knight Chair in Media and Religion. trans-missions.org. Lilith Magazine. lilith.org. The Lutheran. thelutheran.org. Mandala. mandalamagazine.org. Moment Magazine, Jewish. momentmag.com. National Catholic Reporter. ncronline.org. The Native American. nativetimes.com. thenative.com Press. thenativepress.com. The Navajo Times. navajotimes.com. Odyssey Networks. odysseynetworks.org. Baha'i International. Community. onecountry.org. The Pew Forum on Religion and Public Life. pewforum.org. Tikkun Magazine. tikkun.org. Religion and Ethics News Weekly. pbs.org/wnet/religion-and-ethics. Religion News Service. religionnews.com. Religion News Writers Association. rna.org. Shambhala Publications. shambhala.com. Shambhala Sun. shambhalasun.co. Sojourners Magazine. sojo.net/magazine. State of Belief/Air America Radio. stateofbelief.com. Tricycle Magazine. tricycle.com. Wisdom Publications. wisdompubs.org. World Faith News. wfn.org. Religion Research Organizations. Academic Info, Religion in America. academicinfo.net/amreligion.html. The American Academy of Religion. aarweb.org/default.asp. The American Religious Experience Project, West Virginia University. are.as.wvu.edu. The Association of Religious Data Archives. thirda.com. The Boniuk Institute for the Study and Advancement of Religious Tolerance, Rice University. bonyuk.rice.edu. The Boise Center for Religion and Public Life, Boston College. bc.edu/centers/Boise. Center for Engaged Religious Pluralism, St. Mary's College of California. engagedpluralism.org. Center for Muslim-Jewish Engagement. usc.edu/org/cmje. Center for Religion and Civic Culture, University of Southern. crcc.usc.edu. Centers for the Study of American Culture, Indiana University Purdue. University Indianapolis. rossi.iupui.edu. Center for the Study of World Religions, Harvard Divinity School. hds.harvard.edu/cswr. The Education as Transformation Project, Wellesley College. wellesley.edu/relief/transformation. The Freedom Forum. freedomforum.org. John C. Danforth Center on Religion and Politics. Washington University in St. Louis. religionandpolitics.org. State of the Union Project. religionandpolitics.org/category/the-states-project. The Material History of American Religion Project. materialreligion.org. Lobbying the Faithful, a study of the growth of religious advocacy. Organizations in Washington, D.C. pewforum.org/government/lobbying for the faithful evolution gr. oathturnover.aspx. Center for Muslim Christian Understanding, Georgetown University. acmcu.georgetown.edu. Religion and Culture, Meeting the Challenge of Pluralism. religionandpluralism.org. The Religious Movements homepage at the University of Virginia. web.archive.org/web/20060907005952 then. etext.lib.virginia.edu/relmove. The Religious Research Association, Hartford Seminary. rra.hartsem.edu. Society for the Scientific Study of Religion. sssrweb.org. Tannenbaum Center for Interreligious Understanding. tannenbaum.org. Religious activist websites for teachers. American Civil Liberties Union, Religious Liberty. aclu.org/religion/index.html. Center for Multicultural Education at University of Washington. departments.washington.edu/centerme/home.htm. Divining America. Religious Dimensions. nhc.rtp.nc.us/tserv/divam.htm. First Amendment Center. Religious Liberty in Public Schools. firstamendment-center.org/rel_liberty/public/index.aspx. Middle East Policy Council. Teaching about the Arab world. mepc.org/workshops/workshops.asp. Pew Forum, Religion and Public Schools. pewforum.org/religion-schools. Program in Religion in Secondary Education. Harvard Divinity School. hds.harvard.edu/prsc. Religion and Public Education Resource Center. csuchico.edu/rs/rperc. Religion in American Life. oup-usa.org/real. Religious Movements Project. archive.org then. religiousmovements.lib.virginia.edu. The Seek Next Door. seeknextdoor.org. Uniatra Group. uniatra.com/Hinduism.